Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Imagine this. It's Tuesday, just another Tuesday. You're commuting to work, sipping your coffee, maybe scrolling through your phone, completely oblivious. And without warning, your phone screen flickers, glitches, and goes dead. Not just yours, but everyone's. The radio in your car hisses into static, then falls silent. The traffic lights ahead of you, which were a vibrant green a second ago, now hang dark and lifeless, plunging the intersection into instant, chaotic gridlock. Overhead, the droning hum of a passenger jet suddenly ceases. Terrifying, unnatural silence descends, punctuated only by the screech of tires and the rising tide of human confusion. This isn't a power outage from a storm. This is something far more fundamental, something that strikes at the very core of our digitally dependent existence. Emergency services are overwhelmed, their sophisticated communication networks utterly defunct. Hospitals, reliant on intricate electronic systems for everything from life support to patient records, are plunged into crisis. Air traffic control towers become silent monuments to a bygone era, as hundreds of planes, their navigation systems blinded, begin their terrifying, uncontrolled descents from the sky. The world you knew, a world humming with invisible waves of information and energy, has just been silenced. And this isn't the worst of it. Look up at the sky. What you'd expect to see is a familiar blue, perhaps with a few clouds. But now the sky is a canvas of impossible, shimmering light. Auroras, vibrant and terrifying, dance across the equator, a spectacle of cosmic energy never before witnessed by human eyes in these latitudes. It's beautiful, yes, but also utterly horrifying, because those lights are the visible manifestation of a deadly, invisible rain. A rain of high-energy particles, unleashed from the sun, now unimpeded, directly impacting our planet, our atmosphere, and every living thing on it. Your skin starts to tingle, then burn. A deep, unsettling dread settles in your stomach as you realize the truth. Earth's invisible shield, the magnetic field that has protected life for billions of years, has flickered, faltered, and collapsed. The consequences are immediate, brutal, and unimaginable. What does it mean when the very fabric of our planetary protection vanishes? How do civilizations survive when every piece of modern technology is rendered useless, when the atmosphere itself begins to fray, and when the very sun, giver of life, becomes an enemy? What becomes of us when the world we've built, layer upon layer of technological marvel, is stripped away by an ancient, cosmic force? These are not just questions for scientists in labs. These are questions that demand immediate, visceral answers from every single one of us. Because in this scenario, the flickered shield isn't just a curiosity. It's a death sentence for the unprepared, and a profound, agonizing challenge for everyone else. The world is about to change in ways you cannot possibly fathom. But to understand how we got here, how a Tuesday could transform into an apocalypse, we need to rewind. We need to go back to the world we knew, the world we still live in today, and understand just what we were taking for granted. Part 2. Setting the stage, the world before we live in an age of unprecedented technological advancement, an era where invisible forces govern nearly every aspect of our lives. GPS guides our cars, our ships, and our aircraft with pinpoint accuracy. Satellites beam down television, internet, and critical weather data, connecting us globally. Power grids, vast and complex, deliver electricity to every home and business, fueled by a delicate dance of signals and automation. From the smart device in your pocket to the complex surgical robots saving lives in hospitals, our existence is interwoven with, and utterly dependent on, a vast, intricate network of electronics and data. But what if I told you that all of this, every single piece of it, relies on something we rarely even think about? Something so fundamental, so ancient, that its very existence is as much a mystery as it is a scientific marvel. I'm talking about Earth's magnetic field. It's an invisible force field, generated by the churning, molten iron core deep beneath our feet, stretching thousands of miles into space. Millennia, it has been our planet's silent guardian, a cosmic umbrella shielding us from the harsh realities of space. Think of it like this. The sun, our life-giving star, is also a colossal nuclear furnace, constantly spewing out a torrent of highly charged particles. The solar wind, along with sudden, powerful bursts of radiation known as solar flares and coronal mass ejections. These particles are deadly. If they hit Earth unimpeded, they would strip away our atmosphere, sterilize our surface, and render our planet as barren and lifeless as Mars. But they don't, because of our magnetic field. This magnificent, dynamic force field deflects most of these dangerous particles, channeling them around our planet and away from us. When these particles interact with the magnetic field lines near the poles, they create the stunning phenomena we call the aurora borealis and aurora australis, a beautiful reminder of our shield at work. Without this magnetic field, not only would our technology be toast, but life itself would be under constant assault. Dr. Alina Petrova, a renowned geophysicist, once put it eloquently. The magnetic field is not just a scientific curiosity, it is the very bedrock of our habitable planet. It's the reason we have an atmosphere, the reason liquid water persists on the surface, and ultimately the reason life as we know it could evolve and thrive. But what you don't realize, what most people take for granted, is that this shield isn't static. It's a dynamic living entity. It ebbs and flows, strengthens and weakens. Scientists have known for decades that the Earth's magnetic field is actually decreasing in strength, and has been for centuries. We also know that, periodically throughout Earth's history, the magnetic poles have actually flipped, with north becoming south and south becoming north.